Hi, this is Paul Tonko reporting to you from the Rayburn Building here in Washington, D.C. This week there was an awful lot of focus on the immigration reform that I believe is essential for our nation to provide for a sound pathway to citizenship and to build on an economic recovery, continue to build upon an economic recovery for our nation. When CBO recently scored the bipartisan Senate version on immigration reform, they came up with nearly $1 trillion, $875 billion worth, in terms of deficit reduction. This is a sound way to grow our economy, inspire yet a stronger economic recovery without cutting programs, but building up our economy by growing that base, that tax base of individuals, by doing sound immigration reform. We have been part of an effort to have a discharge on the measures, signing a petition to bring to the floor a vote on this immigration reform. We'll continue to pursue in that regard. Also, in the midst of March here, as we draw to the end of March, Women's History Month, we've been advancing many of those causes that speak to fairness and justice for women in our society, making certain that equal pay for equal work is a successful outcome here, making certain that we cross the finish line with that legislation. Women should not be asked to work in situations that require the same responsibilities and skill sets and intellect as their male counterparts and get much less per hour in that remuneration. And then also addressing minimum wage. Over 60% of the minimum wage audience is female, and as we address the minimum wage, we're empowering women, empowering families across the country, and then also with the full extender for the unemployment insurance coverage, making certain again that many women impacted by the lack of continuation of the unemployment insurance program means a fairer outcome for women in our society. So we'll continue to work away at this progressive agenda and continue to push hard for the economic recovery that our nation so desires and requires. So again, we'll speak next week, and again, that's it from the Rayburn office building here in Washington.